Hey, Positive Power fans, this is Ginger Star. Welcome back to another episode of Positive Power. And today's word of the day is going to be interconnected. I have a very special guest with me today. Her name is Jenna. Jenna, welcome to the show. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. I'm doing really well.
Wonderful. Yes. Okay. That is a great positive word to use. Usually, sometimes I'll get like okay or like well, but you just started off right off the bat with the word wonderful. I
Yeah,
love
I
it.
got a lot of good stuff going on lately, so I'm wonderful.
All right. Great. Now, Jenna, your challenge of the day, should you choose to accept it, is to use the word of the day as many times as you can during the interview. Do you accept the challenge?
I accept.
Yes. Okay. And for those of you who are participating at home that would like to play along, don't forget to count how many times that she uses the word during the interview. If you are the winning comment, if you get the number right, then you will be mentioned in one of our shout out videos. All right. Yeah. All right. Perfect. Also, if you guys are new here, don't forget to hit the power button. What is the power button, do you ask? It is the subscribe button. Don't forget to comment, like, and share. It's what allows us to continue making this content for you guys, the fans. Okay, so we're going to jump right in here. So, Jenna,
Mhm.
you are a professional music teacher and a
Yes.
mother of two. What is your favorite thing about teaching?
Oh, favorite thing is moments of clicking and moments of suddenly, whether it is these are parent-child preschool music classes that I teach, moments when either the parents start being like, oh, I can participate. I can really be part of this. It's okay for me to sing out. I don't have to be afraid to sing out and play with this music with my child. Those moments and the moments when the kids start showing their development of music, those like, oh, for the first time this kid is like keeping a beat. It might not be our beat, but they're keeping a beat, and that's really cool. For their age, that's exactly where they need to be. Those moments of growth, whether in the child or the parent, seeing that, that's awesome. And connecting, being interconnected with those families and getting that relationship. Um, those are the two things.
Okay, yeah, and so with you being in the music teaching industry, so are you kind of more like that? Do you teach like percussion, or is it like a chorus thing, or
So I work for Music Together, and I also teach preschool music. So Music Together is a usually family and child 0 through 5 classes. Although I think we do have some like rhythm kid stuff for bigger children. So it is teaching by immersion. So instead of teaching an instrument or trying to teach, this is how you read the music, which wouldn't be appropriate for that age group, it's teaching by example, by repetition, and by immersing them in different types of music, making it so that we're including music that isn't just the very basic, sometimes kind of annoying children's music of Western culture, where everything is 4/4 time and everything is in a major key. So we're making sure to include different things, and so that we can feel interconnected with the music around us, whether it is a children's song from Ghana that teaches kids how to work together to do something really cool, or a Bolivian folk song that happens to be in 7/4. For those of you who don't know what that means, music terms, it means there are groups of 4 and groups of 3 together. So it's da 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 da, and having those so many different kinds of music all together, playing with it, being connected with your family, interconnected with your family and with your peers through music. That's kind of what we do.
Okay, awesome. And how do you feel that teaching, like maybe teaching music or teachers in general,
Mm-hmm.
what type of positive impact do they have on the world?
So that's why I like the word interconnected. um, when we teach music, it teaches kids a really fun way to connect. It teaches kids and their parents, in this case, ways to connect to each other, to connect to the world around them by having those different cultures and those different styles all together, so that we can feel like as a world we are one. Um, I
And
feel
that,
like I'm getting off topic, but um,
no, go
by
ahead.
by teaching music and teaching people how to make music together, um, we're able to build relationships, personal relationships in that very small sense that we can bring out into the world to be more positive when we see other people as full individuals that we can be connected with and that we can be similar to. That's what I try and teach. That's harder to do when you're teaching other topics. I used to teach high school math, and it's harder to do that way. But you can still build relationships with your students, and any relationship, any way that you are creating that interconnectedness, connecting with people in relationship, that can always create some positivity, whether you see it in the classroom or whether that happens later and you never see it. Um, Teachers building relationships. That's what that's where the positivity comes from.
That's very powerful and very moving too. You actually you kind of connected with my heart just a little bit there. Um and I not only is she a music teacher, guys, but she also does a lot of volunteer work and you donate to charitable causes. Tell us a little bit about your ventures in that area of your life.
Well, in addition to being a volunteer, I'm also a mom, and sometimes that is interconnected. That's connected. So for instance, I am the cookie manager for my daughter's Girl Scout troop. That is one of the ways that I donate my time. Um, which seems like, okay, how is that gonna create positivity? But I'm able to help girls learn about making goals and about getting out there and connecting with their customers, being interconnected because we're all in this world together, and learning to get out there and build relationship as part of selling cookies, which seems so silly, but it's a great way to get some of these girls who might be a little shy to get out of their shell and talk to people in a safe way at a cookie booth or something like that. It's a way to get girls who might not get math interested in things like, okay, what should our per girl average be this year to make it so that we can get our goal of going horseback riding at the end of the year and having enough money to pay for the troop to do that? Things like that. Um, I also volunteer. I have been volunteering at churches. I volunteer my services as a singer at my church. Um, I'm a soprano, and I sing it. I've sung in my choirs and the different churches I've belonged to. Um, that's one way that the music and the volunteer kind of are interconnected. And I try and just that's a music in church. I feel brings a lot of positivity to people. Um, I think about the Saint Augustine quote of when you sing, you pray twice. It's the words and the music. It brings up the emotions. It brings up that interconnection with the congregation, all hearing and being part of that prayer, that music together, and also with God.
Can you maybe give us a little bit of taste of your singing voice?
Oh, sure. Don't have my perfect microphone on for that today, but let's say a good one that won't start clipping as soon as I sing it. I love you, Lord, and I lift my voice to worship you. Oh, my soul, rejoice. Take joy, my King, in all you hear. Let it be a sweet, sweet sound in your ear.
Oh my goodness. Like why aren't you on like one of those big TV shows like The Voice or something? You would be so good at it. Oh,
You. Thank you.
you
I'm
got
studying
my
an opera,
vote.
actually. I'm rehearsing for Othello, the opera, later today.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, what do you do in Othello the opera?
It's with the Shakespeare Opera Theater in Northern Virginia, and it is a combination of Verdi's opera and Shakespeare's Othello. And I am playing Bianca, and I am covering for Desdemona, and it's really fun.
Oh my goodness. So guys, we've uncovered something here. So not only are you a music teacher,
Yes.
not only do you do volunteer work, which
Mm-hmm.
Girl Scouts is a great thing. Like I
Yes.
remember being in Girl Scouts and setting goals and all of that. So that was just so much fun for me. So really
Mm-hmm.
it's a great thing to be an impact on any girl. So
Yeah.
yeah. And she can sing, you guys. And oh my goodness. She's in theater too. All right, you won the positive power world.
I just do all the things. That's what I try and do because there are just so many ways to be out there in the world and so many ways to build those relationships, to connect with people, and I love them all.
That is awesome. And speaking of interconnections
Yes,
and
interconnectedness and
connections,
relationships.
yes. Um, if there are people out there who are watching this podcast today that maybe wanted to reach out to you, whether it's because they want to get their kids into music or whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
where can we find you?
Oh, I am Jenna Stein on Facebook. Kepf is spelled Koepf because it's German. And if you want to kind of see me more of my singing, I have um, I'm on the Bash. I have a page on the Bash that has some of my headshot resume stuff like that, and you can contact me through there.
Okay, perfect. And she kind we kind of did like a pre-interview backstage, but she
Mm-hmm.
didn't say that she wanted to mention it. She wanted to be modest about it, but she's also trying to break into the voice acting scene.
Yes.
So my friends who are voice actors that might
Mm-hmm.
be watching this, please
I'm
reach out
building
to
my
her.
studio,
Yep,
working on my demos.
building her studio, working on the demos. Yes. All right, positive power fans. Well, we are getting ready to head out. But I did want to thank you, Jenna, again for being on the show. Do you have anything else that you would like to say before we head out?
Let's see. Um, when you are wanting to be positive in your life, in the world, know that it doesn't always have to be on the macro level. Um, I try and do some macro stuff when I am donating to organizations that are helping women in other countries who are having trouble with giving birth and building a hospital over there, or with big picture trying to give money to organizations that are feeding people who don't have enough money. But on a personal level, making those connections, being interconnected with the people around you, can be something as simple as smiling at the person who's checking you out at the grocery store. It can be as simple as hugging your children and noticing if they're having a tough time and talking to them about those emotions and making those connections in the micro level. Your life, the people you see, you can bring positivity to everyone with whatever talents you have.
That is wonderful. All right, so we are going to head out. Jenna, I do want to say thank you. Guys, follow her advice. Please go check out all of her stuff because she's going to make the world amazing with the positive impact that she has. Go follow her, go follow her, go find her. Especially for those of you who might have little ones that's looking for a music teacher, you will not be
Music
disappointed.
Together is awesome and it's international, so I'm not the only one doing this.
Yeah, so there you go. But it honestly, like if it were up to me, and if I had kids, I'd probably come to you first.
Little
You're
Tots Music
number
Together in Northern Virginia.
yes, there you go. So there is the vibe, there is the energy, and as always, guys,
Stay positive.